morning, everybody, and welcome to Come Paint With Me. As you can see, I have a painting that I've been working on, and welcome to Instagram world as well. Sadly and disappointingly, I'm not able to be on YouTube yet, because guess what? I need a bunch more of you to subscribe to my Art Antics channel on YouTube, to be able to go live on YouTube, which I'm hoping to do in the next few weeks. So I'm just going to try and post this on a few more parts, so bear with me a second. So please do write in, tell me where you come from, where you're streaming from, or where you're watching this from, even not streaming, where you're watching this from. And it'd be great to have some discussion tonight. So I don't want this just to be me chatting for Britain, because we all know that I am really good at that, but I want this to be interactive. So I came on last week, and we'll do some painting in a minute, but I came on last week and I talked about an event. I talked about how already I've had loads of technical issues trying to get on here, and now I'm trying to cross post. It's not working so great. So yeah, I came on for about half an hour last week, and I talked about Come Paint With Me and what Come Paint With Me had been about, and what I was planning for it to be about as well. So I'm excited to be back. I want to encourage you to I don't know if that's the right one. Yeah. I want to encourage you to particularly like my there we go, my YouTube channel that I have been, you may have noticed, I've been frantically posting shorts every day, about the topic of join me in being a famous artist, or my journey to being a famous artist. But that's not what this is about. So this is, as we know, Come Paint With Me. And just for a recap, for those of you that are going to stumble across this and have never seen it before, this, I don't know even know if I'm live anymore. I have so many tabs open, I don't know which is which. Here we go, I'm still live. It's all good. It's all good. It looks like I need to change a few things. You know what? I need my technical person to help me do this. Try to do this. Didn't know how to do that. Oh boy. So Facebook is not working as well as I want it to. You know, these things, sometimes we just have to keep trying until we get it right. I don't know whether, okay, right. So sorry about that meander, and on Instagram as well. Hello. Welcome to Come Paint With Me, the first episode. We will get better at this, I promise. So not next week, but the week after, we're going to have the first Come Paint With Me. What's the word? Well, the first Come Paint With Me event in person. The Eventbrite is up. If you go on my wall, on my Facebook wall, and if you go on the link in bio there for Instagram, you can go and book into that event. So that event is going to be at the Wine Press next to Hollingworth Lake in Rochdale on the 16th of November. So that's 2 weeks away. So you can still book for that event. That event includes food and all your materials. So that's the first one. It's the in-person launch. So very, very excited about that. And that is my hope. And, you know, that's going to be the start of many Come Paint With Me events. Even spoke to somebody the other day about possibility of doing it in their area as well. And so, yeah, if, for example, you would like me to come over to your area, I'm just getting some paint out. If you would like me to come over to your area and you would like to run a Come Paint With Me event, so let me tell you what it entails. Essentially, it's a well-being event. You don't have to be a dab hand at painting. You don't have to be even creative. You don't even have to have ever touched a paintbrush. I will guide you through it. It's not a teaching session, although I will give some guidance, but it's more of an opportunity to have a go. We talked a lot when we did these YouTubes a little while ago that it's all about having a go. And so I want to encourage you to get involved, whether it's to come to this event if you're near Rochdale, or if it's to invite me to come along to encourage your group to just have a go. So many of us have, we have kind of put that creative bone in us, if you like, on the shelf, or, we've been told we don't have a creative bone, so we've just completely given up and thought, painting, that's not ever for me. I would never do that. But I want to encourage you that being creative is so good for our well-being. Let me just turn this one around to me at the moment, whilst I am just hello, whoever's thinged in. I'm going to point it at the painting in a second, but I just want to encourage you that being creative, painting. I heard somebody talk to me about painting by numbers the other day. All things are possible. I'm not going to do painting by numbers. I loved doing painting by numbers when I was a child, yes, I'm gonna so with Instagram, I'm just going to keep pointing it at the painting, and in fact, don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see in the bottom corner there, and you can just about see on the Facebook here that I'm actually painting. So yes, what was I saying? So with Come Paint With Me, you don't have to be creative. You don't have to be a painter. You don't have to be and actually really kind of like what I'm looking for more so is people who would not call themselves creative, would get a bit kind of, because my heart and my desire is that I would show you that dabbling with a bit of paint, that having a go, that just enjoying the process, just enjoying putting paintbrush to canvas, mixing colours, getting a bit messy, actually it's really enjoyable, and it's a really good way to unwind and to just enjoy yourself, in a way, a bit of a laugh. It's not necessarily about what you create, which I've said this many times, but it's more about the process, and just the that thing of, wow, I've actually been painting. If you create a masterpiece, that's a bonus in a way. It's more about just, you know, having a go. And you know, I think you'll be surprised that when you just have a go, then you can actually create something quite nice, and you might be quite shocked at what you can create. Because you know you've always been told, no, you're not a painter, no, you can never do that. And for those of you that have been told mean things and been told, you know, you can't paint. So some of you will know as well, I sing. I love singing, and you know, there was a time when a close person to me, they just told me about how they thought my voice sounded. They didn't say I couldn't sing, but they just kind of said what they thought, basically. And you know what? That stopped me singing for years. I was just like so self-conscious. I just thought, you know what? I'll never be able to, because I'd led worship. I'd been in choirs, and I've been in all sorts of things, kind of, you know, over the past 20 years, because you know, my background, or not just background, but you know, I'm a person who's in the church, and it just stopped me. It stopped me in my tracks. It completely knocked my confidence. And you know, I understand that. I mean, let me tell you, as an artist, you don't actually need somebody to knock your confidence. You can just look at another artist and go, oh my word, I am rubbish. What's the point of me continuing? You know, this is not for me. Will I ever make it? Will anybody ever buy anything? You know, all of that. So, you know, when it comes to kind of like that sense of not feeling like you're good enough, I get it. I really, really get it. And it doesn't matter how many people buy my work. It doesn't matter how many people say it's nice, or because for the, you know, there's for one person who says it's great, there's another 20 people who don't like it. And then on top of that, you know, you are kind of like faced with artists all the time who are phenomenal, who are incredible artists. Some of them, you know, you might just stumble across. Some of them might be your friends, and you know, some might have been painting since you were, you know, little, and some of them might have just started yesterday, and they just have a natural flair. But what I've learned is that it should never stop us being creative, because being creative is, it's like a right. It's like it's in your DNA. Being creative is in your DNA. And you know, on another channel I'll tell you more about why I think that. If you follow my Instagram channel, you'll see that on a Sunday, I mentioned I was a Christian, and I never shy away about that, but obviously I don't talk a lot about that on here, but of course it's a very big part of me. But I write a devotional every Sunday, and so if you want to follow more of that, and you want to understand why do I say what I say, and why do I think what I think, then follow my devotional, and I'm sure even on my shorts from time to time there'll be a few, you know, there'll be a bit, but this is not the channel for that. If you're interested in that, then hop over to my Angela's Treasure Hunt, and you'll find out more about what I think about all of that side of life. So yes, so suffice to say, so next week we will be we will be having Come Paint With Me, and once we get to 50 subscribers, then that will be on YouTube. I was hoping to go on straight away, but it seems that there's a process, and we will get there. We definitely will get there. It just might take a little bit longer than what I was hoping for, but it's okay. We're gonna see. I've just realised I might need to use a different brush. So I've noticed that there's another different sort of, even on the black. Yes, so where was I? Love to, please comment, please share this post, comment on this post, I'd say subscribe, and this will be on Instagram, so please comment, share, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and I'll be able to go on YouTube really soon, and the world's your oyster on YouTube. There's so much you can do, which is very exciting, so I'm looking forward to taking advantage of that as we go forward. Hello people on here, let me just say hi, wave, there we go. Hello people on Instagram, do comment, like I said, on Instagram as well. Share, subscribe, not subscribe, sorry, follow, share, do all those amazing things, that would be great. Right, I need to an occupational hazard of an artist is to put their paintbrush in their tea. No, sorry about that, and I nearly did it, and I've even forgotten to drink my tea. So this is called Come Paint With Me because you're coming to paint with me, where I paint something and you paint along at the same time. So obviously this is the beginning of the series. I will be doing a better setup. We're going to learn along the way, and so hopefully you'll see more of what I'm painting. You can see a little bit today, probably more of me, but Instagram you can see more of what I'm painting. Although I'm drinking my tea at the moment. Here's my tea. What was I going to say? But yes, so we will be on every week. Actually, we will. Yes, we will. No, we won't be on next week because next week I'm on holiday. So sorry, but I intend to be on here every week. Like I've said before, I'm posting shorts every day. We have there's some art stuff on there, there's some dog stuff on there. The dog stuff is really popular. Molly is not around this evening, but I'm sure there will be episodes where Molly will definitely be around. Molly is my cheeky long-haired chihuahua that has the lungs of an opera singer. She is very loud, to say the least, so if she was around you'd know it. But my husband's back, so she is probably chilling downstairs with my husband, which I am very happy about because it means that I have a little bit of peace and quiet, because for the past 2 weeks, Reggie's been away for about 2 weeks, she has just been glued to me all the time. And last night he came home and she was so excited to see him. I mean, very, very excited. Which is lovely. It's very sweet. It's very sweet how excited she was. So do you know what that means? That means that now he can go and pick up her poop because she was so excited to see him. I'll still have to carry on doing that, I'm sure, to some extent. Anyway, yes, that is Molly. Molly has a page. She doesn't have a Facebook page, but she has an Instagram page, which is Molly Tilly Houdini Bandinta. So if you want to follow my dog, and she's got lots of shenanigans on there. Some of it ends up on here as well. Then you can follow my dog at Molly Tilly Houdini Bandinta. But of course, I would love you to follow my art stuff. So I'm going to plug it again. I'm going to plug my YouTube channel that has been very active recently. It's not been so active with Come Paint With Me. It's been more active with shorts about my journey to becoming a famous artist, which, yes, I am nowhere near yet, but that's what I wanted to say. Of course, you can really help me by subscribing to YouTube. Did I say that? Have I said that before? But the other way is by, if you have ideas, I'd love to hear your ideas of like how you think I can become a famous artist, like what you think I need to do, because I am very interested to hear, honestly. I really do need your help. I need your help, particularly in, in kind of like sharing things, sharing posts and commenting and all of that on here, but also on YouTube, like I said. So I need your help there. And like, I'd really love your feedback. What do you think I should be painting? Who do you think I need to be connecting with? Is there anybody that you can connect me with? This is, I want this to be this part of the becoming a famous artist bit. I want this to be a journey that we all go on together. It's not all about me. And you know what? I know that I cannot do this without you. I literally know that I cannot do it without you. I need your help to really be able to do this, to really be able to be that artist. And I'll tell you another reason, besides the kind of like, obviously I'll be able to sell more art, and that would be my dream. But I tell you why I want to be. Obviously, this is not about. We will get back to Come Paint With Me and what that's all about. Although I've shared some of my heart about that. But let me just go along this train of thought for the minute, because I want to explain my heart about. I want to make a difference. I want to be able to really speak and use my voice, and even give a voice to the voiceless through my art. So you will find me painting things like butterflies and nature and all of that. But you may have, I don't know if you've ever seen it, and you know what, I'm going to post it again. I was going to say something else a minute ago as well, because I just realised that I can kind of not teach, but kind of like make a point through what I'm doing at the moment. I want to make a difference. So yes, I really want to do this series on kind of like social justice issues. And there are so many issues of social justice out there, aren't there? So many. And so, yeah. How do I put this? Actually, that one would need to be down there. That needs to be like that. I'm making this up as I go along, really. No, I didn't like that. Here's the thing, with being an artist, it's like sometimes you just have to keep trying different things. And just because you're an artist and at the very end of it you're like, yes, I'm happy with that. So sometimes you have to kind of, and the brilliant thing about acrylic, and for those of you that are going to join the the Come Paint With Me events, because I've only ever really used acrylic, that's what I'm going to be giving out. I'm sure there are other places that do oil and watercolor and gouache, and I think as we continue, maybe I'll I'll go into those things as well. But the great thing about acrylic is that if you get it wrong, and let me tell you, I get it wrong on a daily basis. Just decided that I don't like what I just painted and I need to change it. And that's what I did with that. You can see can you see the butterfly? You'll see that there's a short that I did on YouTube, and it's of me covering it all over in white, because I was just like, no. The great thing about acrylic is it dries really quick. That's not quick enough, but it dries really quick. So it means that, guess what, you can paint over it. Although I do need that too. I need to put some more paint on there. I don't know where, there we go. There we go, I'm able to. But now I've got to wait a little bit of time to paint over it again. Yeah. So means I can chat a bit more. So we've sort of painted over it, but you kind of get the black underneath. But sometimes it needs like 2 coats. This looks like it might need a couple of coats. See? Still the black's coming through a little bit, but you get the idea that you can cover over it, so you can totally cover over your mistakes, which is really good. Even when you are a famous artist or a well-known artist, you can cover your mistakes, and particularly when you are somebody who's just starting, who's just setting off, or just dabbling in paint, or just being a bit creative, then you can just paint over things and you can start again, and you can do it better next time. You know, it breaks my heart when I'm going to say hello to these people. Hello. Thank you for the emojis. Oh, I'm trying to see what that little shape is. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for the love. I was going to say, yeah, it's just so usable. Acrylic is so good, and it's so good for, like, you know, even beginners, because that's it. The thing that used to break my heart when I'd be doing it with children or young people, the thing with a canvas is you can't screw it up. But the number of times that I've seen young people, particularly young people, when I've been doing art sessions with them, and they have torn up, or when they've even been writing, and they've literally torn up what they have done and said, and just thought it was rubbish and wanted to throw it away and didn't want anybody to see it. You know, that breaks my heart, because it's like, no, like, you know, this is your piece of work, this is your creativity, you know, and even if, you know, you don't want the whole world to see it, then at least, you know, you can keep it for yourself. And the thing that you learn being a creative is that you don't throw things away, because I remember at university, it's like you see a progression. I'm just chatting whilst we have the paint dry over there. You see the progression, you see the improvement, because, you know, my hope is that you see my paintings today, and in 10 years I will have really improved. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if I've improved over whatever 20 years, however long I've been painting, but you can possibly see progression, you can see development, you can see process. And so when you've got, you know, even people doing this just for a laugh, doing it for a hobby, doing it for they want to be creative, then, you know, again, likewise, you know, you can see progression, you can see development, you can see a story, you can see a journey. And so it really does break my heart when you have people who just tear it all up and say, no, that's not right, I don't like that. I'm just trying to think how I'm going to do this, because the shape of that butterfly is very different to the one I have in front of me. No, I don't, yeah. Oh, this is when I pray. Ask for some divine inspiration. of how to do it. La, 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 la. You know what? It didn't work the way I had it before, but maybe I'm going to do the bottom half and then we'll see where we get to. Although we need some more blue on there, I think. So I had another line of thought, yeah. So I used to work for as a youth worker for a charity. In fact, I've worked for a couple of charities as a youth worker, and there we go. And where's it going with this? Yeah, so and we used to talk quite a lot about mental health, and you know, particularly that was something that I really felt that, you know, we needed to talk about, and that art could really be a vehicle to really help people, you know, improve their mental health. And so, Come Paint With Me, the idea was that people would really be able to use it as a vehicle, as a tool to improve their mental health and their well-being. And you know, that's what, in some ways, that's what this is all about. Because there's lots these events that I'm setting up, and the dream is that they won't, you know, there'll be the parties that, you know, you could invite me to your baby shower, to your hen party, stag party, your whatever kind of party you've got. Birthday party might be a really good one, where, you know, we just do an hour of I'm going to try this actually, see if that works. And we just do maybe an hour of like painting or something, you know, something that's different, something that not lots of people would have for their birthday party. And yeah, so you can invite me to any of your events to do something a bit different. I would love to be in some of your events, and then the dream is that you know, we'll have all sorts of, I'll work in all sorts of spaces, whether it's youth clubs, whether it's Girl Guides, whether it's let me think, elderly homes, places that do kind of like help people with their well-being, or people who are struggling with their mental health, homeless day centres. You know, the dream is that we, you know, we're able to really support all those different places. That is the dream. And so yeah, I just want to put it out there. If you work in something like that, then I want to say I'm available, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to talk to you more about how we can create Come Paint With Me in your even in your area, how we can make that happen. I would love to talk to you about that. So I'm just trying to recreate this, very different to what I've got in front of me, but let's see, who else have we got on here? I don't know if I know any of these people, but it's nice to connect with you. So for those of you that are dropping by. Next week is where I'm very excited to be. Not next week. Sorry, I keep saying next week. It's not next week. It's in. It's not even in 2 weeks. Oh, it is. Not next week. The week after. Oh my word! Next week, not weeks and weekend. Yeah. So the week after next, we've got the first in-person event at in Rochdale, and what I was saying is that you know, I don't want this to be the this is not just a one-off. The idea is that this will be an event that I will do in different places at different times, wherever the demand is. Okay, so really want to be available for people. So do get in touch. I would love to hear from you. Maybe we can do this in your area. And if you have a group of, say, 5 to 10 people that you would like to do this session with, then maybe we can look at some sort of discount, or you know, to encourage people to get involved. Because what I found is people need a little bit of encouragement, and maybe, you know, if there's 3, 4, 5 of you together who want to do this, it might really help encourage you all to get involved, because you might not want to do it on your own, because it might seem a bit of a scary thing. But I want to say that it don't have to be a scary thing, that this can be a really fun thing, and I want it to be a fun thing. I don't want it to be something that is totally scary, but something that, you know, you look, you know, take photos and look back on and just think, wow, we did that. We did a painting not event, but we went to one, and look what we created, you know. But at the end of the day, it's not about what you create, it's about the journey. Yes, please do like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and it would be great to see you on there. And also, you know, the thing about Come Paint With Me is the community aspect. You know, there's sense of like doing something together. And it's great to do something together. You have that bonding. So, you know, you might even meet somebody that you end up, you know, becoming a friend with at one of these events. So there's a community aspect of it as well that I want to emphasize. That, you know, we had the class, and you'll be able to see on my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the previous ones we did. And, you know, the idea was that, you know, we were building community, but of course, back in the pandemic, we could only build community online, which was obviously really difficult. But at least, you know, we could do that. And, you know, I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to do that online, that I could do that, and you know, brighten someone's day, because people, they really enjoyed it. I need to get in touch with those people and tell them, look, it's back, we're doing it again. Because the other thing I want to say about, so we're going to do this YouTube channel, not YouTube channel, we're going to do this program both on Facebook, Instagram, and eventually YouTube, and yeah, so you can come along. Maybe you're an artist already, so you can, in fact, I did have a friend who would often come and do some painting whilst you know, I was running the show. He would just grab his paintbrush and he would enjoy doing that. And you know, and I just want to encourage you to when we do have these lives, when we do have these programs, you know, grab something, grab a sketch pad, a whatever it is, pens, whatever you have, and come paint with me or come be creative with me. It doesn't have to be necessarily painting, you know, just that creative act can be enough. And that's why it's called Come Paint With Me, because it's not just about me chatting at a screen, but it's also about us doing it together. Okay, right, well, I've done a little bit, and to be honest with you, you'll probably come back next week and it might look completely different. But that is, I'm going to sign off for tonight. This will be on YouTube in a little mo. And you know, there might be other times when I will just be jumping online and doing some painting. So it might not necessarily be this Come Paint With Me time, but it might just be another time during the week. So yes, this has been Come Paint With Me. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Like, comment, share and subscribe on YouTube. Link is in bio. There'll be a link on this post as well. And next week on Monday, we won't be here next week because I'm on holiday, but the week after we have the big event. So Come Paint With Me on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 weeks. We'll see whether we can film, but I don't think that'll be possible. Or we may do something else. So watch this space. There might actually be something before then. So yes, it's been great painting with you. I have managed to do a little bit of the butterfly, but I'm going to sign off now. And I shall see you in a few weeks' time. This was Come Paint With Me. Follow me on all those channels, and I shall see you soon. Take care. Good night.